We have a dorsolateral view of the right foot, and we have removed the extensor digitorum longus tendons to toes 2, 3, 4, and 5, as well as the fibularis tertius tendon. And now we can see over in here that there's a very thin little muscle belly right over in here. And that muscle belly is the muscle belly of extensor digitorum brevis. That splits into 3 tendons, one tendon going into toe 2, one tendon going into toe 3, and one tendon going into toe 4. And these distal tendons blend into what's known as the dorsal digital expansion, which attaches into the proximal and middle phalanges of the respective toes. But there is a bit of a symmetry, because even though there's no tendon of extensor digitorum brevis to the phalanges of toe 5, there is a fibularis tertius going to the metatarsal of the 5th toe. And again, we have removed that here. Something else to point out, and that is that the belly of extensor digitorum brevis usually blends in with the belly of what is known as the extensor hallucis brevis. They're really one common belly here, but this one muscle has been broken into 2 separate muscles by name, because we always give the big toe hallucis muscles their own name, and toes 2, 3, 4 in this case, or toes through the 5, will always get digitorum as a separate name. We have a dorsolateral view of the right foot. We have removed the extensor digitorum longus tendons and fibularis tertius tendon, so we can see nicely in to see the extensor hallucis brevis right over here. The extensor hallucis brevis attaches proximally into the dorsal surface of the calcaneus. It then runs distally and medially, and it crosses the metatarso-phalangeal joint of the big toe. Hallucis means big toe, and it ends distally on the dorsal surface of the base of the proximal phalanx of the big toe. So here we see the extensor hallucis brevis. One thing to point out about this muscle, and that is that the belly back here proximally usually blends in with the belly of the extensor digitorum brevis, and we can see those tendons here, but it's separated as 2 separate muscles because the big toe always has its own named muscle, and this goes to the big toe hallucis. So this is the extensor hallucis brevis, whereas the belly area here that goes to digits 2, 3, 4 is extensor digitorum brevis.